Hi there! Welcome back to 60-Second Recs. My name is Christina, and this is not the recommendation for today, but I am going to recommend that if you haven't picked up this month's book page, to stop into the library and pick up the November book page. What is book page? That's a really good question. So book page is a tiny magazine. There's an online version now as well, but in print each month we have them available at the self-checkouts and at the circulation desk. If you're not vibing with whatever book I talk about today or say last week, you could come in, flip through this, and maybe get some new recommendations. For example, did you know that Alexis Hall has a new romance? It's 10 Things That Never Happened, and I've never read it, but if I took a look at this review, I could tell you about Sam and about his romance coming up in that book, and I've been told it takes place at Christmas time, so already you have a bonus holiday romance recommendation from today's video. But enough about book page. I will leave the link in the description down below. I actually wanted to tell you about... Ooh, I need to set a timer. Hold on. Okay, so 60 seconds on the clock. I promise I won't always have new recommendations to recommend, but on the back of this, I couldn't not. So I wanted to tell you about Bookshops and Bonedust by Travis Baldree. This is the new book by Travis and is also a prequel to Legends and Lattes. If you haven't had a chance to check out Legends and Lattes yet, which we did with Science Fiction Fantasy Book Club in March, you should do so. We still follow Viv. So Viv is an orc, if you don't know. And at this point in Bookshops and Bonedust, she is super ready to get into battle. She hasn't been in a lot of battles, but like she's ready to take down the necromancer that her tribe is trying to take down at the beginning of this book. It doesn't go as she hopes. She's actually injured and has to spend some downtime in this very quiet town. She doesn't know if the tribe's left her behind or not, but that's how she ends up finding herself with this new setting. Which is a bookshop with its own baked goods and things, and a very different Ratkin than we met in Legends and Lattes, and some other interesting characters. You are in the mood for some low-stakes fantasy, much like Legends and Lattes, or again, if you haven't read it, you can still jump in here. The audiobook is also fantastic, narrated by the author himself. He has different voices for all of the characters, and anyone who is gruff and has like a gruff sounding voice, I have such a soft spot for. Very much recommend picking this up as soon as you are able, because we will be talking with the author in coordination with Ashland Public Library later this month on November 30th. Information about that can be found at thayerpubliclibrary.org/events, and then look for the November 30th listing. Copies are available now to put on hold, and you can also find the audiobook in our Libby app, so plug for that. I think that's enough plugs for library stuff for you guys today. But anyways, either you want to check it out or you don't, and I will see you next week.